Today, I thought it'd be fun, in the spirit of Halloween, to listen to, react to, whatever the fuck you want to say, some scary, spooky, pee-pee your pants stories. Now, these are things that legitimately have happened, and they're fucking spooky, and they're scary. They may not necessarily be paranormal or fantastical, but they're spooky, they're scary, they're skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
They're not skeletons. Sorry. That's enough rambling. I think we should just get to it.
You'll never miss a visitor.
The man at the door.
In the past few years, the world has seen a boom in the use of doorbell cameras, mainly because of instances like this.
Oh, they got a camera. Oh, they got a camera.
I thought...
Capturing and exposing criminals in the act, from the most petty of thieves all the way to attempted murderers and kidnappers. Due to their
What? I want to know, what was that video? Was that an attempted murder? What, did that guy have a knife?
Thieves, all the way to attempted murderers and kidnappers.
Can we get the background on that video? What the fuck?
Due to their knack for capturing disturbing encounters, the videos that have emerged from these devices have practically carved out their own genre here on YouTube, to the point that many, including myself, have almost become
Excuse me? What the fuck is that? What is that? At your door in the middle of the night? Is that like a joke? Is that like your friend? You're telling me this man showed up to someone's house in the middle of the night with a machete? That can't be real, dog. That can't be real.
Sensitized to them. But recently, a video began making the rounds, showing the events that transpired at a Las Vegas home on the evening of July 21st, 2021, and it proved to be one of the most chilling I have ever seen.
Okay.
It happened around 8 p.m., where a young lady had been working in her kitchen, waiting for her husband to return home from work. It was another 100-degree day in Vegas.
She was home? Okay, that's creepy.
And likely in an attempt to cool down, she would open her window to let the evening breeze in. Unbeknownst to her, this harmless decision would lead to a terrifying series of events. Outside of the home, a man had been wandering the suburban streets aimlessly, roaming throughout the neighborhood before stopping in his tracks. In front of him was the open window.
Oh my god. Never open your window. Never open your window. Oh, I don't like that.
It was a chance sighting that would lead to the man approaching the house and ringing the doorbell, where the camera would begin to record.
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? What? Are you sure?
Is this drugs?
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
This has to be some sort of drugs.
Sure.
Are you
The
sure?
man stands there ringing the
What does
doorbell.
he mean? Are you sure? Like, are you sure you don't want to let me in?
Fearing for her safety, the woman inside didn't open the door or engage him at
Yeah,
all,
no,
leading the man to take things a step further.
Oh,
Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain?
He begins trying to open the door.
Oh, I was like,
but
is he like jiggling the door? I would cry. I literally would start audibly crying. I would grab my cat and I'd start crying. I feel like in a situation like this, I would be so bad because sometimes I feel like my go-to response when I'm really scared is to cry. As has been shown on this Twitch channel when I play scary games sometimes.
It was locked, causing the strange man to start walking away, cursing under his breath. The footage is incredibly off-putting, and although the man seems to stay perfectly calm, there was something very aggressive and erratic about the way he was speaking.
Well, yeah, the are you sure? Feels very threatening. Like, that feels very threatening to me. Like, are you sure you don't want to open the door? There's also, like, the morbid part of me is like, what do you think the questions were? What do you think he wanted to ask her? What if he had, like, some really interesting, like, philosophical questions to ask?
Making one wonder what his true intentions were when he approached the house. As the man begins to walk away, the woman's husband, still at work, would chime in through the doorbell after noticing the situation begin to unfold.
Why?
Which in turn would lead to the man revealing why he was ringing the doorbell.
Why?
So who are you?
Why would you do that? Why would you? Oh my god, that would piss me off so much. Who are you? Why are you asking? He's leaving. Don't invite him back into the fucking conversation. Sorry, that would piss me off. I'd be like, can we not egg him on, please?
What? Yeah? Are you sure?
Who are you?
Hey, I just had a couple questions. I just wanted to ask you about maybe Phil. Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to move her in Canada. Do you have her open the door?
Oh my god. Oh, that literally, I literally felt tears. Oh my god, that scared me so much. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, now imagine being the husband. Oh my god, now you're like, yeah, you should have piped up. Okay, well, I guess he wasn't gonna ask fun philosophical questions then.
The girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in.
It was no secret
That's
what he had planned for that evening. He outright says it, even revealing that he had the weapons to make it happen.
I want to rip her because I have a knife and a gun. Yeah, and I'm going to knock on her door again.
If that woman had opened the door, or if that door had been unlocked, well, we know what would have happened.
I didn't think that. I thought this was gonna be the end of it. It was just like, oh, this creepy guy. That is so fucking terrifying.
But thankfully, neither of those situations played out, and instead, the man walked away muttering the same phrases over and over again.
Yeah. What?
Even staring at the house for a few moments before finally disappearing into the night.
Yeah, did this man get arrested?
Were called to the area moments later, but the man was nowhere to be found. As quickly as he had entered this couple's life, he was now gone, leaving them with the reality that at any moment, he could return. Scared for her life, the lady posted the clip online, where it would quickly go viral across YouTube, which, honestly, may have ended up saving a life. The following day, a viewer of the video would recognize the same man walking in another residential area, and one that was not too far away from the house where the encounter took place. And after the police were called, the man would be quickly arrested before he could play out his disturbing fantasy.
Oh my god, thank God.
When confronted and asked for his name, the man would simply state that he was the Holy Spirit, and said nothing more, though his real name was revealed to be Christopher Sums.
This is for sure drug-induced psychosis. But still, that is... Like, the fact that he's like, oh yeah, I recognize him. He's been, that he was continuing to wander around. There is, like, the part of me that's like, maybe he wasn't gonna actually do that. Maybe he just said that because he was, like, not in his mind. But he was carrying around a bag. Some people truly use their free will in the worst ways.
A man who had passed charges of stealing, assaulting, and intimidating a witness, with his mugshot being nothing short of...
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? This is just a demon. This is just a demon incarnate. Maybe I'm being too generous. I'm being too generous. Maybe this person is just mentally gone.
Completely haunting. But what I found most surprising was the fact that he didn't always look like this. In fact, just a few years ago, he looked completely normal. And according to his LinkedIn, he had a fairly impressive work history and what seemed to be a good life. Until for whatever reason, things spiraled in the wrong direction.
Okay, no, it came back around. It came back around. It was probably drugs. Probably drugs. Maybe some sort of mental health break. But, like, something crazy must have... Damn. The fall is crazy. The fall off is crazy.
As it stands, Christopher is being evaluated to see if he is mentally fit to stand trial, as many believe that he likely suffers from some kind of psychological condition, hence the repeating phrases and the strange behavior. Though his blatant and rapid change in appearance might also point to heavy drug use, or even a combination of both. But regardless of what was behind his behavior that day, the situation and the subsequent video is haunting. It could have been so much worse had that door been opened. Our next video takes us across the world to the Philippines in mid-July 2014.
I want to go to the
Philippines. The story begins on a tragic note as a family says their goodbyes to their 3-year-old daughter.
Aww.
In the days prior, the young girl had developed a severe fever, and without access to an up-to-date medical facility, she would pass away in the morning hours on July 12th. With no pulse and no heartbeat, the little girl was pronounced dead and taken home to prepare for the funeral, which would be held the next day.
It's a fast funeral.
It was obviously a somber event, as the girl was placed in her casket and the lid was shut. Family members and loved ones gathered around to celebrate the short life of a child who deserved so much more, and watch as she was placed into the ground, which would be her final resting place.
Until she writhed as a zombie. Sorry. That was a little insensitive, I'm sorry.
One of the neighbors had been in charge of arranging the young girl's body before burial. Though something strange happened when he went to do so. Inside the coffin, the young girl's head began to move. It was a slight twitch.
Excuse me? Okay, was I actually... Wait. Did I call that? Wait, what?
But in a panic, the neighbor checked for a pulse, only to discover that her heart was still beating.
She was alive? Oh, that's a fuck up. God, imagine being that doctor. Oh. Oh, she was alive? Oh. That's awkward. Oh my God. Was she, like, conscious?
And the young girl was breathing. One of the family members begins to record as the sudden wave of realization hits that the child was actually alive.
I feel like this isn't a good time to record.
It's the ultimate case of what if. Had that person not opened the casket to reposition the body, then that little girl would have been buried alive.
And they never would have known. That's fucking terrifying. You, like, indirectly killed your child, and you didn't even know. Being buried alive is fucking terrifying. The thought of being in a coffin, because, like, you know, they don't make coffins to be, like, spacious and comfortable. And also you would slowly suffocate to death in the dark. That is oh my God. And you're like a child. Oh my God. This is how religious people are made. Like, straight up. And that's not even, like, an insult. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Like, especially if this happened in, like, the 1800s or some shit. If your daughter died and you were, like, praying, oh, is there any way, like, I'm sorry, God, blah, blah, and then this happens, I would be like, God just resurrected my child. And honestly, I would be like, yeah, that's valid for you to have that thought. Like, I would take umbrage with whatever doctor said my kid was dead.
And no one would have ever known. It's a clip that I'm sure many of you have seen by now, as the original video itself has garnered over 1 million views. And
that's not that many. Like, that's a lot, but, like, many of you have seen... This is not, like, 2009 anymore, where, like, a 1 million viewed video is like, oh, well, if you use YouTube, you've seen this.
Topping that, a news station that covered the story currently sits with 25 million views. It's one of the more viral horror stories that I've ever seen on YouTube, as seemingly everyone knows about this infamous video. And rightfully so. I mean, it's one of the craziest stories I have ever seen, both
crazy.
on YouTube or in the news.
Are we gonna ask about the doctor?
The only problem is, this viral video didn't tell the whole story.
Oh, twist.
The story itself does in fact appear to be true,
There's a
having been
twist.
confirmed by Philippine officials who admitted that a mistake had been made in that particular hospital, which led to the mix-up and almost to the mistaken burial. But the story doesn't have the happy ending that many of us thought, as in reality, that child never actually woke up.
Aww.
She did have a pulse and shallow breathing, but she would never regain consciousness and remained in a comatose state. In fact,
Dang.
just 2 days after this video was taken, and on the 15th of July, she would once again be pronounced dead.
Wow,
This time-
what a misleading fucking story. Way to bury the lead. Oh, and then, but she did die 2 days later. Oh, well, did she die from the
real.
coffin?
But looking back on the viral video viewed by millions, the anchors say that she was fine, calling it a miracle.
Happy tears, knowing that thankfully she's fine.
I'm glad they opened that casket to check to move around.
Now, it may be possible that they just didn't know this at the time.
Yeah.
As based off of the way they're talking, it seems like the report would have came out the day or the day after the child was found alive. Only, that's not true either, as the child was determined to be alive on the 13th of July, and once again pronounced dead on the 15th, just 2 days later. Yet this video was published a full month later, on August.
Okay, but like, in fairness, they probably just saw this video. Like, they probably just saw this video and were like,
August 13th, 2014. So when this video went live, that little girl was long gone. And this is something that they likely knew, as it had been well reported in other major news outlets on the day of her actual passing. I mean, nowadays, even the top Google result for this incident mentions her passing, and it came out on the very day it happened.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is that. Like, what is being alleged here? That they like purposefully lied? I don't really see why they would do that. I feel like you would just not report this story. This is probably just like a clip that they saw. Yeah, it's probably just like a clip they saw, and they were like, "Wow, that's crazy. We'll talk about it on the news for 5 minutes."
So when this video went live, they had to have known it wasn't true.
I don't think they.
It started on its own as one of the darkest
I don't think they had to have known. I think he's given them a little bit too much. Like, cause it's like the most likely thing is they just didn't know. Cause what's the alleging? They were lying for what purpose?
videos on the site has now become even more twisted as the true ending has been revealed. A miracle that turned out to be nothing more than a mirage, leading to even more heartbreak as the family was now forced to grieve and come to terms with this girl's passing twice. And it's made even worse by the news report that has essentially rewritten the story's ending.
Yeah.
But looking at just the video and the story as is, of how everything unfolded, it's still truly horrifying that this little girl was almost buried alive, whether she was conscious or not. And it makes me wonder how many others have been in that dreadful situation, buried alive by mistake. The answer to that question is one that we'll quite literally never know, since it is sealed within the claustrophobic walls of a dark coffin, with no hope of escape.
Oh, I hate that. Why'd you have to say it like that? Oh, I hate that. That's so true. Actually, I feel like, I don't know, this may be just something I read on Reddit once. I don't know how true it is. But I feel like I've read before that, like, in, I don't know, olden times, I don't know if that's the 1800s, the 1500s, the 1600s, whatever. But, like, before, like, technology was, like it is now, and, like, medical science and everything, apparently it was like actually decently common, not common, but like it did happen a good number of times where if someone would get buried alive. There's the thing where people are like, they used to put bells in coffins. Sometimes people would get buried alive and they weren't actually dead. But I also don't even know if that's true. I don't know if they ever actually put bells in coffins. I want to know, I feel like we're like missing details. Like, first of all, like, okay, so she never actually gained consciousness and then died 2 days later. Did she die because she was in the coffin? Did she just die from, like, whatever they thought she died from originally? Damn. Because if so, then it's like, but yeah, dude, that family is so fucking traumatized. Not only did your, like, 3-year-old kid die, but then you thought they were alive and then they died again. Like, what the fuck?
The Bureau of Land Management published a public service announcement dubbed Stay Out and Stay Alive, educating viewers about the countless dangers of exploring abandoned mines.
Oh god,
including the very real risk of
did someone explore an abandoned mine and like die in there? Oh my god, dude. People, urban explorers, stop it. Stop it. People that go into caves, those tight little caves, stop it. Stop it right now, okay? I think we've done it enough. I don't think we need to do it anymore. Okay, we need to stop. Like go rock climbing or something instead. Because like what the fuck, dude?
Evens, volatile explosives, wild animals, and entire sections without oxygen.
Yeah.
However, the most chilling part of the video was the story and the accompanying found footage of an accident that had occurred years earlier.
I don't want to see it.
On July 4th, 1998, a group of young men found an abandoned mine in Nevada and decided to explore it for fun. Though, surprisingly...
For fun! Sorry, I don't mean to victim blame. But like, for fun? Have you tried playing like Dungeons and Dragons? Or like, I don't know, like read a book, watched a good movie for fun? You'll never catch me doing that.
They seemed acutely aware of the mistake they were making right from the start.
As you see Briz pointing out, stay alive. It's a good point, but we're not too smart, so we're gonna go anyway.
This is an unsafe mine. Danger.
Yet the allure of exploring a place untouched for decades was too tempting for them to ignore.
Oh,
However,
God.
the deeper they went into the mine, the more dangerous it became, with the boys walking over sketchy wooden bridges to continue their journey. They even found signs of the mine caving in, but chose to ignore those signs just to venture deeper.
If you look at all this, there's lots of rocks and stuff that have fallen from the ceiling, which indicates that probably not a good idea to be walking this way. And,
Well, they've already fallen, so they're not gonna fall again.
well, there's more to fall still.
An important
Dude, at some point, like, not to be insensitive, but like, at some point, I am kind of like, well, you know, what's the saying? You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, yeah. Maybe when there's an abandoned mine that says danger, don't go in, and there's signs of the cave falling in, and you're just like, no, dorky, whatever. Like, I'm kind of like, well, yeah, obviously no one should die. I'm anti-death, personally, but like, like, what the fuck are you doing?
important thing to keep in mind is that these weren't professionals with prior experience
No shit.
safely exploring abandoned mines.
No shit.
This was just a group of boys looking to do something cool and film the adventure. They could have easily plunged to their deaths down a 1,000-foot mine shaft or gotten lost in the miles-long maze of tunnels, which started looking more and more likely as time went on.
Yeah, we gotta remember where we're... Okay, we got out here.
Who painted these X's in clip? Grant. What do they mean? Dead ends and stuff. Okay, they're all got an X on. We can go this way. That one's got an X. But it's also got that. What does the diamond mean?
Where's that go?
Goes down.
Along it.
Ooh, that's not
Dude,
middle.
this gives me anxiety. This gives me just like, if someone showed me this, like, aren't we cool? I'd be like, no, actually, now I'm having a panic attack. Thanks.
Well, it'd be kind of hard if you slipped and fell. You could catch yourself before you actually fell down there. Not if panic set in and you scream like a little girl.
Toxic gases and radioactive elements could have also caused serious health issues down the line, if not immediately. Fortunately, they somehow managed to avoid all of these dangers and make their way fairly deep into the mine. But then they came across something that could have ended all of their lives in one fell swoop.
Got them pipes. Oh, wow. We have to climb that?
Yeah, don't everybody get up. I got you. You don't need to lunch on the floor. This is going to America's Funniest when somebody falls.
That's a good idea. Alrighty. Oh, that's on the table. Don't touch
I hope
that.
the ropes.
While crossing a sketchy section of the mine, one of the boys noticed a rope dangling down from one of the wooden beams and immediately became curious about whatever was down there.
It's down to the main shaft.
Wow, so we're climbing down this rope.
Yeah. How far down?
How are we getting out of it?
Climbing up it.
I see.
They had little rope climbing experience between them. However, they didn't let that stop them from accomplishing their desires. The guy named Adam decided to be the first one to descend, resulting in this.
How far down does it go?
All the way down to that ladder. See where it's going down?
We're
Like a good 30 feet.
Where am I gonna hook this
I'll go
camera?
first. I am. About 300 feet. You don't like to break out. Put it like he's doing it in your mouth. Yeah, it's all like this.
Is it off now?
No, it's not. How am I gonna get the thing down there? Yeah, but how am I gonna get back up? I don't have.
Hey, good. Give you my belt, straight on.
Oh. Adam! Oh! Adam! Oh. Adam! Yes. Adam! Oh, God. Oh, God. Somebody help. Adam!
The rope Adam chose to trust was completely worn and gave way shortly after putting his weight on it. This caused him to plunge 65 feet down a dark mine shaft and lose consciousness.
Oh my god! Oh my god! 65 feet in the dark. Did he survive? Did they survive this?
Luckily, none of the damage he took on his way down was immediately lethal. He was still breathing. His friends were able to find an exit and contact the authorities, who
They just left him there? They just were like, okay, bye. Hopefully we can find our way back with the
eventually rescued Adam after an hours-long rescue mission. Ultimately, them escaping the mine without any casualties was nothing short of a miracle.
Dude, some people really are God's chosen. Some people are truly touched by the hand of God or some shit, because what the fuck? Dude, did he like wake up? Did he wake up down there and was like down there for like, they said it took like an hour? Or was he unconscious the whole? I would rather just be unconscious that whole time and then wake up with rescue crew around me. Dude, imagine waking up and it's pure darkness and you're alone. It's silent. Oh my god. Holy fucking shit.
The mine shaft could have easily been over 100 feet deep.
Yeah.
Or Adam could have just as easily hit his head on the surrounding wall. Both of these scenarios would have resulted in his death. What's even worse is that the whole group could have gotten stranded in the shaft if the rope broke when the last person was going down. With no way.
Oh my god, yeah, could you imagine if like they all went down there and then it broke? Dude, that's what I'm saying. We gotta stop doing this. I mean, this was in the 90s, so it was a while ago, but people are still doing shit like this. We need to stop.
To contact the outside world, the group would have likely died of starvation. Fortunately, they were able to walk away from this terrifying experience with just a few broken bones along with cuts and scratches. On the 25th...
Can we do like a follow-up with them on like, hey, do you like regret this? What's your takeaway? Would you ever do something like this again? Would you recommend others do it? Like... Actually, like, knowing of to be like, oh, it was fucking great. Oh, it was so fun. You guys should totally do it.